Hey there, Ken Zorvich, NFM Lending. I hope you're having an excellent start to your weekend. So, one thing that I've noticed in this market, which I think is great, is the opportunity for people to sell their current property and buy is coming back. Now, you might say, well, hasn't that been around always? Well, not so much, especially during the pandemic when inventory was so low and people were outbidding each other and interest rates were low. It just created an environment where a lot of people just couldn't sell and buy their property. I mean, I'm sorry, sell their primary to buy a new one. So it was very difficult to kind of level up and get into a bigger property. So what's changed is we're now in a more balanced market, and with a balanced market comes opportunities for buyers. And so, what I tell all clients is that the importance of this is to have a plan. So we're seeing a lot of people do this right now, but the goal is you need to have a plan on how this is going to work out. What I always suggest is a strategy call first. Let's kind of talk about the logistics on how all these parts can move, but we're always going to come up with a contingency in the event something unlikely happens during the process. And so there's probably going to be two or three ways we could go about doing this. So let me give you some examples. Let's say that you get your place under contract. Now you go and you get under contract. And as you get closer to closing, something happens with your buyer. Okay, well, you need that money out of your place. What are you going to do? Let's talk about contingencies. Or what if you're going and you're selling your place and everything's going great there, but now when you're going to buy, something happens with your property or your seller that needs to extend out or push back or move on. So these are all things that we like to go through to make sure you understand. Then from there, after the strategy call, we'll finalize the pre approval. So now we have it in place. Now, one underrated aspect of all of this is now going out. And when you go to make an offer to a seller, is that we've got to pitch what we've done to get you into that position. So let me give you some examples of things that we highlight. One, we highlight the thoroughness of your pre approval because we want to have you go through underwriting, have everything reviewed as clearly as possible. So there's no surprises on our side. Two, we will even help you vet your buyers. And what that means is if a buyer comes to you with a pre approval, we'll figure out okay, have they been reviewed? How much have they been reviewed? Does this buyer seem like they could have any problems with getting financing and getting to closing? Because if so, we can spot that early on. That way, you don't go down that road and it lessens your chance that this is going to be an issue when you go to close on your property. So, what I want you to take away from this is that you're in a market right now that this is all possible. And I would advise every client to embrace this and realize the opportunities that they could have with built up equity, walls closing in, need a bigger property, and are ready to get out there. Now's a great time to do it. So let's just set a call and at least talk it through so you know how to proceed with it. So listen, make sure you get in some time with some friends and family this weekend. And as always, I'd love to be in this business in 5 years. If you know someone looking to purchase or refinance, please think of me. Have a great weekend.